I'm back.
Oh no.
I'm back from the dead. It's glad to be back. I bet y'all glad to see me, right? See the
No.
comments? No, not a one person. Damn, man, they didn't say nothing. They saying like, screw him. They're here to see Charlotte. That's what it is.
Hi.
Uh, everybody, welcome to Paranormal. No, I'm thinking Paranormal Swamp. No, the Pitre
No.
Dish. You see,
But
hey, I'm going with it. I'm going with it. Let me find my bearings here because I'm sharing this out while I'm talking. Also, uh, um, tonight we have, of course, our host Miss Eileen Jones. We have Mr. Nick Muley and Adrian Hart. They're running late. I know Adrian's probably doing one of her little sexcapades, finishing up a video or something, and of course you got Nick. You know, he might be dealing drugs or something. For all I know. I mean, but tonight we have a special guest, Miss Charlotte Underwood. I've been trying to get her on these shows for quite some time.
You have.
And she finally caved in. I worked her down. I worked her.
Thanks for having me.
And like everybody sharing this thing out too for me. Thank y'all for sharing this out. So let's get back down to it. Miss Charlotte Underwood, she is a international spirit medium. You said spirit singer. I don't know exactly what a spirit singer is, so you have to tell us about that. And you founded Paranormal South Coast UK.
I did.
And you have your own talk show podcast, correct?
Indeed, yeah, podcast, yeah.
And what was the name of it?
So that's Spirit Whisperers Live, and it's
Spirit Whisperers Live.
Yeah, it's on It's Haunted Network.
Okay, It's Haunted Network. You got other people on there? Like, what kind of stuff y'all have on there?
So it's actually primarily I set this up because during COVID I was doing. There wasn't, well, to be fair, I didn't get a day off from doing readings, and I noticed how much there wasn't help out there for people, you know, whatever they were going through, especially with the loss, because the veil became so thin between us and the spirit world. It was like spirit were just going constantly. So people have really struggled, as we know. So I set this up to help people as well, to talk about different things, not just the paranormal, not just spirit, you know, different things, and that's what it's incorporating. And I've got two wonderful co-hosts, and I've got Sam Mizalowski and Shelley Smith, who are my co-hosts, and I actually said her name right. Hey, she gets. I've never been able to get it right yet, but I know she's beautiful. She's a nurse and she's on nights, so if she's watching, love you, Sam.
Yeah, because it's what, like 1 o'clock in the morning where you're at, huh?
12 minutes past 1. Yeah.
Wow. See, that's you know, that's what I love. That is loyalty, dedication. That's honoring your word and everything. I mean, that to me is awesome. You don't find that very often in the paranormal field. I mean, we try to stress on para-unity and people working together and things of that nature. And for some reason, they still have bickering and people don't talk to other people. And I don't know. It's just crazy. Look what we got in here. Let's see. We got the Nicholas of the Corn wearing his Valentine stuff. He's male prostitute now, people.
Go away, Nick. Go away, Nick.
How you guys doing?
Oh no, you look a little like a devil.
I don't know. He looked like, I don't know.
Yeah, they kind of do look like devil horns sometimes, but I decided to dress up, obviously, because I thought this was.
Oh, you're dressed up. I just thought you were the devil.
He's trying to take David's job. He's trying to take David's job. That's what he's working on. Look at him.
I'm loving the hearts. They're amazing.
Hey, if I start freezing up, let me know.
For a lot of holidays, Charlotte.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear you then. Sorry, I heard that.
If I start freezing up, let me know because I don't have much internet signal.
Okay. What you got, Nick?
No, I'm saying. Well, no, I was just explaining. Howard, you already know. I usually dress up all the time when holidays are coming up. So
yeah,
that's just my character.
Yeah,
Valentine character. Why not?
I'll dress up too. I mean, look, I'll do the same thing. I mean, we got Mardi Gras coming up. March 1st is Mardi Gras Day here in Louisiana. We have oh goodness, we have Valentine's Day, which I got right now. I got my Deadpool panties on, so they're red and they sexy. So
Well, you can't go wrong with a bit of Deadpool.
I could share that with you similar because I got Deadpool Valentine socks on right now, Deadpool style.
And I think I got that link shared out to you, both of y'all. I got that link shared out to both of y'all. I don't know if it's to your page or not. So there it is. I sent the links to you. I got the link. I think you got your links in the chat. So
yeah, I've got it.
I think I forwarded it. And hey to whoever's in the chat, because I can't read chats on my phone.
Let's see.
I don't reach out to the chat because I'll fall out of this dress.
You got David's in there. Hey, Charlotte Underwood, my hot ass wife, LOK.
I don't think she wants to admit that, even if she was.
You got David Winsbury. Let's see. I'll go back. Since y'all can't see everybody coming on. We got
Jenny's on.
Yeah. Benny Hinn. Donna Fuller. Troy Haney. David Winsmer.
What's up, Dave? Good to see you.
We got Mr. Jeremy York in the house.
Go away, Jeremy.
We got Jenny in here.
What's up, Jenny?
Hey.
And thanks, Jenny. I love that. I love what you said. Thanks.
We got Courtney Peterson.
Hey, sweetie.
What's going on, Courtney?
Hi, Courtney.
And oh Lord, David's already starting. Eileen Jones is going to be the flower girl at our wedding. LOL, Charlotte Underwood.
Oh, good. That means he still thinks of me as a girl and not an old lady.
You got Miss Ane Shin is in here. Very, very gifted lady.
What's up, Ane?
Hi, Ane.
Jason
I was
Taylor.
watching Ane last night, and I think she's fab, and I love the bustier, so she's a woman after my own heart.
She talked about having that thing where you put it in between your boobies and it keeps your breasts warm or cold.
Oh, I didn't see that bit.
I just watched that last night. Yeah.
She does. She that's what they got at the Renaissance Festival. I said, man.
She did. No, she did.
It must be one of those like hot hands that the military wear when they're out. I wonder if it's something like that.
Yeah, you can get cool packs. They're great. Keep you cool or whatever.
Got Miss Rebecca Martin in the house.
What's up?
Hey, sister.
Hi.
Look, David's starting right into the questioning. No, David, back off now. Man, look, I'm going to have to give you a
I didn't read what he said.
I didn't see it either. I've got on in my glasses.
So, Charlotte Underwood, what's your most draining experience during a reading?
Oh, well, honestly,
getting text messages from David.
I've never ever actually got drained doing readings. It's a different way of working to the paranormal. Even then I don't get drained. I have a mutual respect with spirit, and they respect me, so they don't use my energy, shall we say. So it's it's quite good. I don't get drained. So that's your answer, David. Never have done.
We got, let's see, Miss Crystal Cola. She's in the house.
Hey, Crystal.
Hi.
And Rebecca Martin then replied back to David saying David Childress is a girl.
Yes, he is. Thank you, Becca. That's my girl. That's my girl right there.
I've seen some of his fashion choices, and I kind of question that myself. So
he's just a bald-headed girl. Short bald.
Leave the bald-headed women alone. Lord. That is so mean. Picking on that young girl like that.
young. No, he ain't young. Or
She ain't young. She ain't young. Shim not young. Shim not young. Oh, ever since I seen him in that pimp coat, I have worried about that man. Oh Lord. Crystal says, Nick, I love all your festive holiday things.
Especially his cup.
Thanks, Crystal.
And of course, now you got David Childress giving some fingers to Rebecca. You gotta love this
Go away,
show.
Childers. Go away, Childers.
And of course, you heard me at the beginning of the show, how the para-unity is not there. Well, that's why. You see? You just can't find it anymore. You're going into a house to do an investigation or a cemetery, and you're fighting with somebody else. You're not fighting the spirit. You're fighting your fellow paranormal investigator.
I mean, I have tried to put a pillow over David's face and suffocate him before, and it just didn't work. He wouldn't die.
There it is. But enough about David. We're here to talk to Miss Charlotte.
The pretty one, yeah.
Yes, the very beautiful Miss Charlotte. So tell us about spirit singing. What is that? What is spirit singing? What does that entail?
It's quite simple, to be fair. It sounds better than it is. I used to sing professionally. So I lived in Turkey for a year doing work out there, and so I can sing. And Spirit have me singing to clients. So what they do, basically, they'll give me a song that's very meaningful to that client, and it has meaning between them and the loved one that has passed. So yeah. So I do a lot of singing.
I'm supposed to put you on the spot. Sing something. I want to hear the voice. You knew that was going to come.
Okay. I'm trying to think of a song.
Miss Adrian Hart's coming in. There she is. You finished your movie, Adrian?
Hi.
Hey,
did you finish your movie?
No, I actually had to go shopping because I'm flying out first thing in the morning.
See?
Yeah.
50 Shades of Adrian.
Well, are you off to anywhere nice?
Do what?
Are you off anywhere nice?
Yeah. No, I'm actually flying out to Detroit at 4:30 in the morning.
Oh, bless you. That's early.
What the hell are you doing in Detroit?
I'm filming.
You're gonna get shot. That's all you want to get. Not Detroit. Shot.
No, I'm staying at the hotel. I'm not going anywhere else.
So you're going to Detroit to stay in a room?
Yeah. And then film in the morning and come home.
It's one of those new filming things you got going on. Okay.
Hey,
Will there be gummy bears involved?
I'm old enough where if I get like chance of fame, I'll take it.
There's gummy bears involved in this.
Good for you.
Gummy bears? Of course there's gummy bears involved. I just can't take them across state lines.
You're going to find it. You know what I'm talking about. Zach must love this.
Oh, you got your song ready?
Oh yeah. I can.
Yeah, let's listen. Yeah.
Hold on.
Gotta get the drink. Clear the pipe.
It's like are you like the Adele? You're like the Adele of Turkey?
I'm not that good.
I
wish
love
I was.
Adele.
I'd make plenty of money then, wouldn't I?
Hi, Joshua.
I could do. Do you know "Heaven" by DJ Sammy? That's just one that's come to my head.
Whatever you want to do, baby girl.
So, where shall I start it? Oh, no, I know what I'll do. You remember me when the west wind moves upon the fields of barley. Is all right?
I had to put you in touch with Jeremy York. He's a lyrics man. He writes music all the time.
Now here's my question, Howard. Have you ever had anybody sing on your show and actually sound good?
Me? I've sang several times.
If you can throw that last part in there, we can all do this.
I said, and actually sound good.
Well, okay, I read this wrong when I saw it. It says it's Crystal, and she says, "Adrian, have safe travels tomorrow, hon." I thought she said when I first looked at it, I said, "Adrian, have safe words for tomorrow, hon."
That might need to happen too. We got this.
Oh Lord. Oh.
After shave, let's do it.
That was a beautiful voice. I loved it. It was good. I liked it.
Oh, bless you.
You did have a beautiful
Yeah, it was. That sounds really good.
That's rough. That's a tired voice too, so I can sing better than that.
If it's not
it's 1 a.m.
I can't do it.
It's 1 a.m. her time, or actually 1:30 almost.
It's 1 a.m. her time. Well, what's 1:25, I think.
Yeah, 1:25.
She's up this late at night, and she actually dressed up. Charlotte, show everybody your dress. It's beautiful.
Oh,
She's
really?
wearing it's a beautiful dress.
It is. You look good.
Thank you, honey.
Nick,
Oh my Lord, Chris.
I worked hard
even
to
Nick
get to
had
where
to
I
take out
am.
the
So.
wear it. What is this? Valentine's?
What?
He's a pimp. He's picking himself out. Leave him alone.
I need the dustpan.
I was explaining this is as close as I can get to like dressing up for Valentine's Day since it's on a Monday this year.
I love it. I think it's cool.
Oh, and then Chrissy, no, we'll talk about that tomorrow night. Okay, your safe word.
I'm gonna try to watch it tomorrow night.
I'm almost afraid to ask what she means by the word is purple. I'm almost
David
afraid to
wants
ask
you
that
to,
question.
Charlotte. David wants you to speak French to him again.
Oh no!
You got that man all hot and bothered right now.
What does he want me to say? I don't know. Okay, I'll speak to him. Bonjour, comment ça va, David?
And it's
No, you would want to cuss him.
David, do you want me to talk to you in Bulgarian? It's not near as sexy. It's actually angry.
That French word, that French sentence she just said was, "Yes, David, I am having a restraining order put against you." I just wanted to translate that for her. Oh Lord!
I believe she said, "Hi, David," and maybe "How are you?" But it didn't know.
Joanne, she said. Okay, we got one. Charlotte, where are you from? Have you ever heard of Arthur Findlay School?
Oh yeah, who's that? That's yes, I have, darling. It's Arthur Findlay College. Yes, yeah, it's actually the main place that people go to learn about spirit here. I haven't ever been because I was born with it, and I've learned as I go and had different tutors along the way. But it's a beautiful place, and actually quite often on a Sunday, I'm actually, sorry, I didn't answer, did I? I'm from Windsor in Berkshire, so it's where Windsor Castle is, where the Queen second home is, but she's there all the time, mainly at the moment. But yeah, Arthur Findlay College is a beautiful historic building. It's gorgeous, and they very often on a Sunday, in fact, every Sunday, they do a healing service online, which is I often sit and listen to because it's so beautiful.
Joanne said, "Voulez." I think that's it. Pronounce it.
Voulez. Is that how you spell it?
Vouly.
See, I'm thinking of voulez-vous coucher avec moi.
Oh Lord!
It really sounds like my last name, but with a V, because my last name is. It literally sounds like my last name except with the V, because my last name is Mule, and it's like Voulez. That's weird.
Nothing bad.
Or you could have Turkish in Seni seviyorum. I speak 5 languages, so.
I barely speak one.
Evidently, Adrian speaks the language of Swiffer. Swiffer. You speak the language of Swiffer.
Yeah. Okay, so 2 things. Let's see which one is angrier. I'm going to tell David 2 things. Ostobichum. That's the one. And 2. Acutini molcisha shadari din shamar. Which one is angry and which one is not?
I don't know that language.
The first one. That one takes a couple of words.
Hey, Nick.
I'd say probably the first one, but I'm just guessing.
Nick.
Exactly.
That's it right there, buddy.
Bye.
So that's it. Hi, Eileen. Hey, Howard.
Hey, how you doing, brother?
Bye.
I'm getting kicked out, so bye.
Thanks, Zach.
Oh, hi, all right, Charlotte.
Hi.
Hey, David, which one? Which one's mean?
Joanne said the first one is E with bitch.
There you go. I said the first one, but I didn't know what it was.
Well, no, the second one was a mouthful.
I don't know what that means.
It's Bulgarian, and the first one is I love you, and the second one is if you don't shut up, I'm gonna slap you across the face.
Can I do it? Can we bring them on and I'll do it?
There's nothing in the Bulgarian language that sounds
Hey,
nice.
Ryan. Hey, Ryan. How's it going, brother?
Ryan.
Hi, Brian.
Good to see you.
And you lost Jeremy on that because he's at a what?
Like a nosh, Jeremy.
So other than your native language, what is your favorite language that you speak?
I love Turkish. It's different. I do speak 5, but Italian's my weakest, I would say, to be fair. I haven't used it in a long time, so I could probably just get by. But I grew up around Spanish because my family had a villa in Spain, in Calpe. And so I spent a lot of time out there as a young child. So I don't know. I'd say probably it's between Spanish and Turkish.
See, this is what I'm talking about with Dave. Look at that.
I've absolutely said, if you don't shut up, I'm going to slap you across the face to Zach. He does not know what ostobicho means. I say that in English.
Look at David. Look, you're picking up on a certain person on the chat, relationship-wise.
Who?
The man doesn't give up. Joshua says, Turkey is absolutely beautiful.
It is. So if you wanted to say hello and how are you in Turkish, it's merhaba nasılsın.
I just say what's
I
up.
lost you, didn't I?
I just say what's up. What's up?
Yo. Yo.
What's up? Jeremy wants to know, is it English, is it your first language?
Yes, English is my first language, yeah.
So I can speak English. I mean, I know that.
No, you can't. You're Southern. You can't. No one's Southern.
Right, I'm going to test you here. So I'll test you, Howard. Are you ready? So, do this, Howard. This is
an 8. So what you got?
This is the Queen's English.
No, so the Queen's English.
How are you?
What was it again?
It goes, oh, hello. How are you? That's how she speaks.
And Howard and
it's, oh, hello. How are you?
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, hey.
We're like, what's up, bro? Y'all, what y'all doing?
How y'all?
I say zup.
So,
Zup. I cut a whole sentence down to 3 letters. Zup.
Zup is thanks for no.
Ryan said he could speak English too.
I could have heard back in my high school days.
Southern language is a whole different other language, especially in Louisiana. I mean, you have the Cajun French. It's not proper French. It's Cajun.
It's coon-ass.
Yeah, it's coon-ass. That's right. Carnal knowledge of a coon-ass. That's right.
So we got 7 different languages over here in the state. We all speak different.
Jeremy, focus. Focus.
That's right. See that?
You got all kinds of time to do that. Focus.
Becca almost got it right. See, NEW is supposed to be NU, and Orleans is right. AWLINS.
No.
Orleans.
I just say NOLA.
You say NOLA? The Big Easy?
I just say NOLA.
Yeah.
NOLA.
Oh, he's doing taxes. Okay. Well, you better concentrate on those taxes. That's pretty serious.
Who's doing taxes? I don't see it.
Jeremy.
Oh.
Jeremy is.
I'm scared to do taxes.
Chrissy says, I love you, Eileen Jones. No, nuh-uh. I love her. You can't.
She's got enough to she can share the love.
Love you, Chrissy. Listen.
Listen.
Listen. Listen.
Get your shit together.
I'm still trying to get her to do that film for me. She won't do it. Do the opening scene for the Unholy Trinity. I want her to get just to wear a thong.
I never get
and paint her half blue like Wallace did, you know, and let her run through a cornfield and screaming freedom while throwing a 4-foot dildo in the air.
Chrissy, I will pay you I will pay Chrissy $100 when she does it.
I never get tired of that story.
I'm trying to get her to do it. She
I
won't
always hear that all the time. And it makes me laugh even more.
I will pay her $100 that she'll do it.
Christmas response. It's a hard no, Howard. Listen.
Listen. There it is. The listen.
Okay, what about the hard, Chrissy? Do we need to elaborate that?
Well, see, that's also I wanted to get the tassels on the tip, you know, and the things like that, and make it spin. And
you
she
have a thing
did
for those, don't you? Last time I was on a show with you, you were on about the tassels on the boobs.
And she can actually get some momentum. She can actually fly.
Chrissy, this is not the Unholy Trinity. We're not talking that kind of stuff.
Oh, yes. See that? Since he's 17, I mean, we don't have a disclaimer.
We should. We should. It could go south any moment.
I was forced to have a disclaimer on the Unholy Trinity by a certain person. I'm not going to mention any names or anybody, but let's see. I'm not going to mention no names, but this person had something to do with it. Oh,
Chrissy's telling you to behave, Howard.
I am behaving. He's got a long one.
I can't even read that. Wow. It's so small.
It says, yeah, been working on it for a couple hours. I guess it's taxes. But there's been a change in software ownership. So I had to download an app I had once gotten rid of, and it didn't work for me. And then I had to go through a lot of confirmations on the IRS website to get additional information that hadn't been sent to me that should have been. It's reminded me of the workman's comp roundabout runarounds.
Yeah. Hey guys, I keep freezing up on my end. So I think my internet, because there's no internet where I'm at right now, so I'm having to use my phone. So I think it's kind of weakening up. So I'm gonna have to probably jet out of here.
What you mean waking it up?
I don't know. It keeps freezing up because I'm doing I have to do the internet through my cell phone and not because I don't have internet in this house.
You haven't frozen on screen at all.
Y'all keep freezing.
No,
so it's got to be on my end.
Love you.
So if anybody wants to come have a shred party, we're having a shred party today. So y'all can come over here and help me shred.
I told you, just burn it in the backyard.
We in the city limits. We can't do that.
Put it in the back of a truck and bring it down to the city limits.
But I love y'all.
Nice to speak with you.
Nice to speak with you, Charlotte.
Take care, Eileen.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh my Lord! Look at David right off.
Just as she was leaving.
God.
Oh my God.
I defended you all this time. She said nasty things about you, and you say that.
I know. Look at Charlotte's watching everything that you're doing. I mean, really. Chrissy, get on that. It says, Charlotte Underwood, what inspired you to help people?
Okay.
What inspired you to help people?
Oh gosh. I think that came from my first experience with spirit, which was when I remember, which was 4 years old. My mum told me that I had lots before then, but obviously I don't remember them. And it was just seeing this lady. I went to a church school, and we were in the actual church having a service, and this lady just appeared next to the vicar, and she was looking directly at me, and I was looking around. I remember it's so strange how it's like I'm 41 now, and this is when I was 4. It's a long time ago, but I still remember it as clear as day. And she was smiling at me, and she started walking down the aisle, and she's looking at me and smiling, and she's waving at me like this, and then she went to the back of the aisle and just dissipated like it was like a cloud, I suppose, and it was that was from there on. I think it was her that gave me that love for helping people. And I've come to learn, obviously, over time through things that have happened, that I've been put here for a reason, and it is to help people.
So she knew you could see her.
Yeah. She would literally. That's why I looked around and I couldn't see anybody else looking at her. It was just me. So she knew. Yeah.
Oh, we got Chris Sanders in here. Yeah.
Hey, Chris.
Chris.
Listen, sir, you best behave or I'll deliver your ex-wife back to you with Gorilla Glue in hand.
Oh, God. Last night he called her a meat on a stick. Last night he called her a meat on the stick.
Who was that to? Who has an ex-wife?
I think that's for David. Is it not for David, that?
I've got 2.
Oh, it's for Howard then.
And then one of them's a Bigfoot. So, I mean, I know cryptozoology now.
Oh, Lord.
Ryan has a question. What's been your most memorable experience as an investigator?
Oh, it's for David.
Oh, I've got so flipping many. I have to say oh God. I think it was when we were at an RAF training base, but it was for like cadets rather than the actual RAF, and it was, oh God, this building went back to, I think it was like 14th century. It was like really, really old. And it was seeing the gentleman who was the caretaker, and we sat towards the end of the investigation, and his daughter was there, and I was just reaming off the whole history of the whole place. The majority of it he had on paper, but there was a fire and some of it couldn't be verified, so he was in tears by the end of it, and it was just this joy to see what he learned about the place. But it was also used during the war to school children. And this little boy came up to me, and he had calipers on his legs, so I knew he'd had polio, at the time. And he was pulling on my trousers, and he was going, please miss, like this to me. And it's a bit, like in Oliver Twist, where, right, please sir, can I have some more? Right. Yeah, he was going, please miss, and he said, can you help me? And it was as clear as day, and I just turned around and he said, I'm Tom, and I've never forgot his name. And it was years ago now, but it just stuck with me because he was such a beautiful child, and he was just taken in such, well, the majority of children there were taken in an awful way. There was some bad things that happened at that place, and as soon as this energy came in, and it was a male, it was dark, it was so negative. And he said that's the man. And I'm like, what do you mean that's the man? He said, that's the man. So basically he was telling me he's the headmaster. And obviously back in the day, they used to hit the children with canes and all sorts. And this little boy was hit. And then what he did, and it actually made me start to cry, because I am an empath as well. And he lifted up his top, and he had like marks across him where he'd been hit. you know, and it was awful to just see. But I got to help him, you know, and I got to help him see that if he wanted to move, he could, and he did, you know, through his own volition, because I will never make spirit go if they don't want to, you know, because that's not my place to do that. But yeah, he's sorry. Say that again, sorry.
Has he visited you since?
He has, yeah. Do you know what? He's one of the ones that often comes to me, and he comes in, he goes like this with a really cute little wave. And he's like, "Hello, Charlotte." No, because I said, "Call me Charlotte," but because he used to just keep saying Miss, you know. Oh bless. Oh, it is. It's not the only one. I am a mum at the end of the day, you know, and children do tend to gravitate to me anyway. I've just got that sort of nature. So wherever I go, no matter what, if there's a child, they will find me. You know, and they're so sweet. I love working with children in spirit.
I can tell they're around you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm looking at these comments right now, and you got David. He's basically explaining he had the same experience with a woman when he was 5 years old. All in the same sentence. When you said you had your trousers pulled on, he had to be happy to pull on your trousers.
David children.
Oh my God! I gotta just say quickly for Dave. I gotta say for Dave's.
He says he's jealous now.
For what Dave said, I know that. I gotta say for Dave's comment that he wrote, I'm very familiar with that story because, again, like I probably said before, I actually used to work with. I was part of his crew years ago, and I remember him telling that story on multiple occasions. So I'm very familiar with that story, Dave.
Yeah, it's. I think it happens more often than not, you know, and also I think a lot of investigating teams are very quick to dismiss a child's energy as being demonic or being and they're actually not. They're a child, because they've got to remember children are so playful in life. You know, to me, I know they're in spirit, but to me they're still people. You know, and I still treat them as such.
To me, that's the most saddest thing to see is a child's spirit. I mean, that is.
Yeah.
It really, you know, it touches me when I get into that situation. I see
we've just one of them really upset me. It's 4 weeks ago now. We were filming for my new TV show, and we were at a certain venue, and it's the French had burnt down this town, and they had to rebuild it in, I think, 1326, or I might be wrong on the dates there, but so anyway, this little boy kept coming through, and he speaks French, so he was talking to me. But then you know, sometimes when I'm doing readings, it can just get, even if I don't understand the actual accent or the language, then it will get translated into English for me anyway. But with him, obviously, I could understand him, and he was just saying, "I'm looking for my mummy," you know, and he just was trapped in this one area, and then. I said, why are you here? I can't leave. And as soon as I was asking him this awful negative gang member was stood there, you know, and he was there, and he was following us the whole time. And I actually did, partway through, I did a little bit of a live, just a walk round. And in that still, we caught 7 spirit in, and I had to take a screenshot of my live. And we caught 7 spirit in this one picture. It was absolutely crazy. And the little boy was actually in the picture. And David's on, obviously he's seen it as well. So, and I think Jason's on and he's seen it as well. So,
okay, I have a question, because this is something I kind of battle with myself. I'm real new to being a medium, being any of that. But in your experience, when a child or even an adult passes on, do you see them as they were with their illness, or like
no? So
child?
Yeah, it depends. Sorry to interrupt you there, my lovely. So it just depends on how they want to be seen. So because I am a clairsentient and a clair-empathic, so I am empathic. I can get it in different ways. So sometimes with the empathy, it sometimes it's a gift, but sometimes it can be a curse, because you actually feel how they passed, and it's like it's happening to you. It's only for seconds, but yeah, it's quite tough. But with the sentients, they tend to, they like to, it's like if an older woman comes in, they don't necessarily come in at the age that they pass. They'll look, because they want to go back to, say, the 50s when they look young, you know, and sprightly. And if anybody was in a wheelchair before they passed or anything, they don't come through in a wheelchair because they've now got their peace and they are free of that, you know. So yeah, it's always different. But yeah, when I see them, they're as clear as day to me. They're not what Hollywood make out where they look see-through, you know. They're as clear as day. They just have, there's just a little bit of a difference where it's what I would call sort of shadowy look to it. But it's like I'm talking to you guys here. It's like we're stood, if I was stood in front of you now, it would be the same with spirit.
Yeah, because I'm not, I don't see. I can get words. And it's like one or two words at a time. And when I tell somebody, it makes sense to them. But
do you hear the actual spirit?
No. Okay, it's like words that come into my brain that I know are not mine.
So that is called claircognizance. So it just means, so clair is French for clear, and it just means clear knowing. So it's the information, as I call it, is plopped into your head. And it's just plopped in, but it's information that you could not possibly know. You know, and this is what makes me so evidential, because I will give that information.
And that's one thing that stuck with me when I first started learning was a lady was telling me, she said she went to the cemetery a lot, and this child was autistic. And he was nonverbal. And when he came to her, he was still nonverbal and was trying to get something across. And I'm like, you know, I thought they got better. I thought they were normal once
they do. What he will have been doing there is trying to validate that it's him. Okay, so if that woman knew him like that, then he will come through like that initially, but you need to spend more and more time, and then eventually they're able to communicate better. But on the other hand, with autistic children, I've got two of them, they have 1 foot in spirit world, they have 1 foot here. Okay, so they can communicate. It's just they're misunderstood. They really are, because they're beautiful children, you know. And especially one of my twins, she's the worst of the two. It's not both the twins that have got it. My son's got it, but she's the worst of the two that have. And she is verbal, but she literally will go to me. She'll put her arms up and she's like this, covering her ears, and she can't cope with noise. But music, because obviously we always have music on in the house, is a driver for her. So in that case, what that lady should have really done was found out what his driver was to communicate with her. So if he can't speak, then she needed to really find another avenue.
And she had no idea. This was all new to her. She just walked into the cemetery, and that's the communication she always got was him.
Oh, bless.
So it was like, you know, I'm like, no. I want to think that they're better once they cross. I don't want to know that.
You would, like I said, you will get shown things, you know, if they're giving you information and they need to show you that way, you know. I was doing a reading yesterday, and it was like I was gripping my chest. It was that painful, and he was saying here, you know, I was having a heart attack, you know, and she understood straight away as soon as I went, and I was literally, I couldn't breathe, and the heart was just.
Watch how you grab your chest, because I've already got David on here. He's already saying Charlotte Underwood movies.
David Childers.
He's a bugger.
David.
What show this is? We are not above showing boobies, dude.
Hey, if you've got them, you flaunt them, don't you?
Right?
Exactly.
At my age, if there's
I can't hide them.
my belly button, I have no problem showing them.
I can't hide them. They're always there. So
I can cut glass with my nipples. I'm gonna tell you that now.
Oh, I bet you can, Howard. Show us. There you go. Yay!
I ain't doing that. No.
I'm not doing that either. Plus, you guys can't. I got suspenders
Come on,
so
Nick.
that's definitely not happening.
Oh, come on, Nick.
I want to get one of them here.
I'm too young.
Yes, moving on swiftly.
We love you too. Just don't tempt us. Look, it's Thursday night. It's close to the weekend. You never know what we'll do.
Those were for you, David. Yeah, look, I'm getting dollars. I'm getting
Did you see what Anita just wrote?
I don't know how we're not banned from Facebook. I really don't.
Yeah, sir, right? I mean, I always say all the time, we're always really going down the rabbit hole.
We're going down some kind of hole at some point. Yeah, we do.
We're going to hell.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to pick what floor I want to be on.
I'm not going to say who.
I'm just trying to pick what floor I want to be on. Do I want to stay next to the lake of molten lava? It's a lot of work out there.
How did they talk you into this, Charlotte? How did this happen?
Ask him how long he's been trying to get me on here.
Oh,
it's been a while.
It's been a few years.
Joshua, just as in life, the soul will elevate and reveal itself as it is now, but also will be very cautious of the living. They don't want to cause more trauma. That's very true. Mm-hmm. I do know a lot of people won't come to their own family because they're scared to scare them. So they come in dreams. And
I think there's also in that the self-preservation for ourselves, because even as a medium, I would absolutely love my nan to come through.
Right.
But I've heard my ex-husband at the time, this is years ago when my grandfather passed, we both heard his voice, but and then the only one I have seen a glimpse of was my grandmother, my mum's mum. But the one person I really want to come through is my nan. But it's just sometimes I always say to people, sometimes when you want it too much,
right,
it doesn't happen.
And that was me. My mom died when I was 8. So I'm like, everybody's smelling their grandpa's cigar smoke at school, or they're smelling their dad's coffee. And I'm like, why won't she come to me? Why doesn't she come see me? I never.
She probably figures you're okay. So,
And I was not. I was not okay for years. But I think she knew if she did, I really would not be okay.
That's the thing. And you've got to remember, spirit are very thoughtful of the fact that there is mental health. They might be away from that, but they know we're not. So if, like you say, if they were to frighten someone, it's you don't know what damage that's going to do to them. But they will. To me, they appear how they want to be, and it's the same. To everyone else, but they are very mindful. They're not so mindful with me because I'm giving messages out because I don't mind. They're not, they're not my loved ones, but I'm doing them justice by being, serving this information to their loved ones.
Right. Oh, poor Ryan. He actually claims us as his family. Ryan, I'm sorry. I know.
It was in his Scotty Too Hottie. He said he felt the presence that was talking about boobs.
Right here, Scott. That's what you're seeing. All right.
He's drawn in.
Scotty, I'm sorry.
That's a good question here, actually, from Ryan. He says, do your children see or hear the spirits that visit you? I truly believe children are very open to the other side.
I really like these questions, Ryan, are brilliant. Thank you. Yes, some of my children are gifted. At the moment, they are too young to impress this on them, but I am keeping an eye on it, and I am also guiding them along the way.
Yeah, and where most kids are just told, you know what, you're hearing things, you're seeing things, stop.
that's what happened with me, and I've just finished writing my book, and I've written this to try and help people, because it really was awful for me as a child, because my connection comes from both sides of my family, and my great nan, she was a famous medium. It passed to my grandpa, it passed to my dad, it passed to me, it passed from my granddad on my mum's side to my mum to me. I got it tenfold, and I now know that my parents were brought together to form me, and this is what spirit have shown me recently, actually. And it, I don't know, it's really hard, like with people's loved ones, because you can, and for me, I feel the release when somebody actually gets to hear from them. So they're not seeing them, but they're hearing from them, and that is their release, because the information they get gives them solace, and it gives them that peace that they need.
Right. And that's one thing. Do you think, like someone who, I'm adopted, I don't know my family's background. I know them, but I don't know the background.
Mr. Gray adopted you, didn't he?
Hush, Howard. You think that somebody who doesn't have that background can learn?
Yeah, sorry, I was just reading what David wrote there. Sorry, I was miles away.
It's not bells tonight.
Yeah, of course. So yes, the answer is yes. People can learn, okay? Because we are all born with the capability to connect to spirit, because where do we come from? Yeah. We actually come from spirit. So we are born with a gate, what they call a gatekeeper. Your gatekeeper stays with you all your life until you pass. And we have guides who work and come and go with us. So they'll work in different situations. Some mediums have a guide that stays with them all the time. Mine come and go. But my gatekeeper's always there to protect me. And when somebody, so best way to describe this really is there's a part of the brain near the hypothalamus that actually closes in between the ages of 9 and 10. Now, that area affects children in different ways. Okay, it's not just to do with spirit, and they've now done lots of studies and things, and it stops. They actually did a little study on ghosts. I want to say ghosts, but spirit. It's not ghosts, is it? It's spirit. With children, and how they did it, I'll never know, because I was like, well, how are they going to do this? And I questioned it myself. But I found out that I'm actually an indigo child, and there has been studies. I'm one of the children that was in the study. So I was born in 1980, and if you actually look at each of those children, all of them have been brought to the earth plane to actually help people in some way. One's an astrophysicist, one's a doctor. Obviously, I'm a medium. There's lots of different avenues. It's all helping people. I used to be a nurse, and it's all helping. And people can learn it from the offset. It's a lot of the time, it's just people are afraid of the unknown, and that's where it just literally stops it dead. So it will, excuse the pun, it does stop it dead. So it's really hard to get somebody to see, because you get so many people that are skeptical coming in, and they're the ones that leave crying for me. They're like, oh, and then they're believers because they hear what they need to hear. But everybody has to learn from the offset anyway. I've had to learn. I've had the connection, but I've had to learn how to control it, how to manage it, how to handle it. So everyone has to learn. But if somebody feels that they want to try to connect, I am a tutor, so that's I am teaching some paranormal investigators as we speak, and I am there to help them to try and bridge that gap between them and spirit.
Right. I've been lucky enough to have 2 people that kind of guided me along the way, and this is just in the last year. And so I can read pictures really well.
Oh, fantastic.
I've helped on missing persons cases by reading pictures.
That's what I do, yeah. So you use psychometry a lot then.
Yeah.
You're welcome. Yeah. You're welcome, Adrian. You're welcome.
And then, yes. Not sure what more, but we'll talk about that later. But, as far as furthering it, I can, like some of my friends, they'll have some of their family members around, and she'll say, like, my uncle, read him. And
no. Right. So let me stop you there. So if anybody says that to you, you say no straight away, because people cannot demand, and I don't mean it in a way of demanding, but they cannot make you go, right, what do you see? What do you see? It does not work like that. Yeah. And that is no respect for spirit whatsoever. Okay. And the way it works is spirit come to say we're talking about me, spirit come to me. I do not pull spirit in, even on a paranormal investigation. I respect their space. If they don't want to come to me, they don't, and people who push it like that, it's a no, because they don't know what they're actually doing by doing that.
Yeah. Well, this one, it happened that he was right there with her. And so I was able to talk to him, but it was just like words, just like I said, words here and there. Ended up that I found out one of the two sisters was pregnant. Turned out both of them were. And he kept telling me, they're pregnant. And I told her, I said, you need to get your uncle, because we were at work and I'm like, I can't even go to the bathroom and he's right there still talking. You got to get him. We can't do this anymore.
Oh, bless you. It's just about the element of control, because you're the one that's in control. They're not. Okay. They've got to remember you're a vessel and you're doing their work, because we don't give information that isn't given from them. Excuse me. Somebody here has got an issue with communication because they keep stopping my throat. And I want to say, if you're put in that position, okay, what you should say to the spirit is, okay, I've passed your message on now. It's time for you to leave, please.
Yeah, okay. And that's when I first started.
Yeah.
Of course, now it's, I'm not much different because I haven't done a lot of work with it.
Oh, bless you.
But I try to learn something from everyone because everyone has something to offer that I can use.
Yeah, and that is something that I say to my students. I said we will get to a point where you don't need me anymore. And I know so many people in the mediumship world, whatever. I know who I could send somebody to help them with something else that I couldn't help them with. We don't know everything.
Right.
I just teach what I can teach, and then I have colleagues that teach other things, and I like to sit in on certain courses, just the year before COVID, I did seership and shamanism course, and it was just a day one, and it was really nice to sit in on it because I learned so much. I knew a bit about shamanism anyway, and seership. Because seership is really what we're doing anyway as mediums, but it was so interesting to see the other side of it, to where I was working, because I work on an angelic vibration, so it's a little bit different. But I do encompass a lot of different things. I go to a temple sometimes as well, and I sit with the monks, and they're amazing people, and you can actually sit and listen for over an hour. The last time I went, it was one of the monks that was working alongside the Dalai Lama, and he was just telling this, and it isn't a story, it's his life, right. And it was just, so you've got to encompass lots of different avenues,
And I get to do that this summer because Zach, he was in here a little bit ago. He has a fascination with the monks.
Oh.
And we have a temple not far from here where you can go visit. They allow people to come in there and visit them. And I'm going to go do that. But somebody said something to me not long ago, and it made so much sense. Because these guys know me, but I've been married 4 times. And the first one was a mistake. I was 16. That didn't count. But I get the feeling that I'm only here to help people for a little while. When my job's done, it's time to move on. I've helped them. That's all I can do for them. And kind of like a gypsy, it's time to move on and help someone else. And I've been that way all my life. I don't get it. I don't understand it, but I know there's a reason for it.
It's meant to be.
I just don't know what it is.
Yeah. You will. People's journeys change. Excuse me. one of you three has got something that they need to say to somebody, and it keeps catching my throat.
That'd be Mr. Howard.
It's not coming out. You need to get it off your chest.
All the time. I mean, ain't no biting my tongue.
It needs to be gotten off the chest because that's why they keep making me go croaky.
That's Howard.
Yeah.
That's Nick. That is Nick. Nick, what you got to say, Nick?
Nick will tell you what he thinks. Nick will tell you.
I don't have anything to say.
He just looks pretty.
Now Howard's just trying to take the pressure off and put it on
Howard.
Vinny.
We know you better than we think we do.
There's
several things I can say.
But yeah, going back to what you were saying there, Adrian, people's journeys change all the time because people think initially that you've got one life journey. No, you don't. Your life's not written. The future's not written, and you can get certain things in advance with spirit. But long term, who knows? Because we have our own minds and we can change our minds. So spirit might give you some information and then it totally change, so down the line. So there's lots of people have to realize their journeys are very long and they change, swap and interchange all the time. Mine has, and it's just done a recent one. I've just had Ascension, which is going to a higher way of working. And I actually feel that that's what you're on at the moment, Adrian.
Yeah,
out. Oh, bless.
Especially when she gets some gummy bears, she's really ascended.
Guys, I hate to do this, but unfortunately, I do have to cut out early. But I'm going to try to come back on at some point, before the end of the show. So, because we're celebrating my brother's birthday, and I just got work there.
Boom.
Bring your little hearts with you, okay?
Oh, bless.
Yeah.
It was nice to see you anyway.
Yeah, we're celebrating my brother's birthday. We're about to have dinner, but I'll try to come back on. But if I don't, I just want to say quickly, Charlotte, it was definitely great to finally chat and meet with you. So
I know, and I can't wait for you to have you on my show as well. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Nick, tell your brother happy birthday for us. And be careful.
Yes.
David's Daddy's here now.
Wait, children. Hey, Dad.
He's bringing the family
guys,
in.
Hey, Dad.
I got the whole family here. I'm scared.
Anyways.
Hey.
Guys, I may or may not be able to come back on.
Please. Bring David on.
Oh, my Lord.
I may or may not come back on, so I'll see you guys around. Take care.
Take care.
Have a good night, Nick.
And there were 3.
Nick is awesome. He's so amazing.
He's lovely, isn't he? Bless him.
He is. And you wouldn't even know he's autistic.
Yeah, see, the thing is with people can hide it so well, and a lot of people don't get diagnosed with it until they're adults, and they're beautiful people. They seriously are.
Nick, you can't beat Nick's energy, his personality. I've investigated with him. I've been on weekends with him. He's amazing.
Yeah. And he's got that connection, you see. Like I said, one foot in spirit world, 1 foot here.
He does. And there's certain people, I don't know if you have this or if it's just certain people that have this, but I will meet somebody one time or just even talk to them online one time and I have a connection for life.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Like I can feel them. I know like they've been family all my life.
Yeah.
And it's really weird because I don't pick them. It just happens.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
you smell that? Do y'all smell that?
What do you smell?
Go on. What's he going to say? Oh, here he is.
Smelling your balls roasting in that chair. Those hemorrhoids.
Oh, here he is.
Oh my God, it's so much echo.
Those hemorrhoids.
Oh, here he is.
Oh, sorry, David.
Turn your.
Sorry, David.
It's an echo.
You got something on. You got your phone on.
That reverb noise going on.
You got something on. You got your phone on.
Reverb noise going on. David, turn off your phone. David, turn.
He froze.
Screenshot that. That's his next picture. Screenshot that. That's going viral.
I'd laugh if he actually moved now and he was like,
Anita,
no, he's frozen.
I hope that works for you.
No, he's going to this one. Now he got another one up there. I'm about to remove this one.
Take that one.
We do not need to. No way.
I like the other David better.
He had attitude, didn't he?
Right there. Oh, look at him. Oh, Lord. Yeah. Jeremy says, I got the screenshot.
Awesome. It's called blackmail. We do it with Eileen quite often. Ryan.
I cannot see what's being written because it's so small.
He went out.
What the hell is going on with David?
I don't think his sound was working, was it?
Something wasn't working. David, reboot. Try this again. You know how to do this. You're not a stranger to this. Come on.
It's quite scary.
David said Nick is amazing investigator. Yeah, he is.
There's people I can take to, and there's people that I never take to, and he is somebody straight away I've taken to.
Yes.
Yeah.
He is. Yeah. I had no idea for a long time that he was autistic because he was, to me, autism was something totally different.
Mm-hmm.
It was almost nonverbal. Mm-hmm. It was, if it was verbal, it was in one sense, like they knew one thing and that was it. Yeah. They would focus on it.
There's so many parts of the spectrum. You've got the lower and higher, and it's like no one person is the same, and I've learned so much about it with my children,
Right. And between Nick and Jeremy, he has a child who is, and this girl is just beautiful.
Yeah.
Her name's Angela, and she is just beautiful, and she loves her daddy. And when you see videos of that, it's just absolute pure love.
Yeah.
My son is autistic also.
Your son?
Yeah, my son, Trey. He's autistic also.
What level is beautiful. He? Is he verbal?
Yeah, he's verbal.
Okay.
It kind of slurs at a lot of points, and you have to really listen.
Yeah, Olivia does that. She's higher on the spectrum in some aspects and lower in others. They're just. She was actually diagnosed at age 2. That's how quick it was to recognize it.
Jeremy, I want to see pictures when you do.
Oh.
Jeremy had an accident not long ago, so he's trying to recover.
Oh, bless him.
And
Sorry,
he's had custody of his daughter this whole time.
Mm-hmm.
And he had to put her in someone else's care. Honestly. And so he finally gets to see her. I don't know how she'll react to seeing him because he's going to look a bit different.
Yeah.
He's got a trach in, but that girl is nothing but pure love for her daddy. I've seen videos of her just loving on him and just doing this.
She'll be fine. She'll be fine. His best thing to do is initially maybe cover this up, because I know with my daughter, she's anything that is not the norm to her, she can't cope with. And it's like as soon as in the morning you have to give her 15 minutes notice before you're going to put her shoes on or a coat on her, and then we count her down.
Second window.
What on earth is going on?
It's because he's got 2. There he goes. He had 2 windows open.
Now, can you hear me?
Yeah.
There we go. Much better.
All right, cool.
You got this.
No, not really. I don't.
Oh, yes, you do.
Miss
You're not
Charlotte.
nervous at the moment.
This is an NC-17 show. We do say crazy stuff on here, but if you coming on here to stalk this beautiful woman now, I'm gonna have to brush you out.
Dude, I stalked the fuck out of her. I'm telling you right now, Miss Charlotte, yeah, I stalked the shit out of her. I ain't gonna lie. Shark's like, David, shut the fuck.
At least she knows how to handle you. Shut the fuck up, dude.
I know, right?
Bless him.
She said she saw your show when you was it last night? Would you call your ex-wife meat on a stick?
What?
What?
meat on a stick. I remember that phrase.
David!
What? What'd I do?
Not me. He's talking about his ex-wife, isn't he?
No, he's not.
I tell you what, my ex-wife, it was more than meat on a stick. That motherfucker was like, oh my god, dude. It was like a ham on a stick. But anyway. You could put that bitch in the fucking ground, dude. And I mean, really, she would come back up. Anyway.
She'll claw her way out. I had one like that.
I hope she's not watching. Disclaimer. If she's watching, we have nothing to do with this.
Dude, she can't watch shit. Anyway, let's go back to the show. So, Miss Charlotte.
Go ahead.
Okay, yes, ma'am.
Are you sure?
I'm used to him by now, don't worry.
Yeah, he is very used to me. Any kind of experiences that you were like, oh shit, I need to get out of it? Was it scary or?
Yeah, that last podcast you done with you.
It's called David, all the way around.
I had one. Okay, I had one experience at a place called the Creaky Cauldron, and it's basically down the street from where Shakespeare's house was. And it was, I don't know if it's because the gentleman who owned it has actually passed away, so I don't know if it still is now, and it's a long while ago since I went. It was a shop, but upstairs he had, I can't even explain what he had upstairs. It's that he had all sorts. He had Jack the Ripper's hat, but I don't ever research a venue or a location, before going in. I walked in and I went, murder, and I was just like, and I couldn't get it out, and I was nearly sick, and I was like, murder, straight away, murder. And I said, I'm going upstairs. So I just walked up and I just went straight to it, and this room was filled with clocks. And he had one of those stupid.
Hold on,
no, not colour clocks. Anyhow, and he had one of these flimming animatronics, these like clown things in there. So that was weird. Anyway, there was something about that place. As I walked in that room, I said straight away, I went Jack the Ripper, and I had no knowledge of this. And he said, yeah, it's come from the Jack the Ripper Museum. And it was, yeah, not very nice, shall we say. It was the energy around it was awful. But the investigation, this gentleman was a little bit, he called himself, what was it now? I'm sure he called himself the ringmaster. So he governed what came in and out, which worried me, for starters. Yeah, and then he had a mirror on another area, and as soon as you looked in it, we looked in it for like 5 minutes, and then you could see like a bull's head, and it was just this very, very surreal place. As you started to walk down the stairs, you could feel that sense of being followed right down the stairs, and because of what I do, they were so close, but obviously I'm protected, so it wouldn't ever affect me. But one of the girls took a photo, and I've still got it somewhere. I think it's in because I used to have an iPhone, but I've got a different one now. I think it's in there. And it was me at the back and this other lady in front of me. Behind me was a skull, and it was a human skull just floating down behind me, and it literally had the entrails floating behind it. It's a cracking picture. It really is.
Did you feel anything while that was happening?
Yeah, I know that nothing would ever hurt me because I'm not, I say that. I did get scratched there, to be fair. But it was almost as if it was you're coming into my territory. And it wasn't a 3 scratch, it was just 1 scratch. And it was more like a burn. And you can just see when they lifted up my top and they could see on my back, no comments, Howard.
Yeah, right, David,
They lifted up my top and you could see on my back there was this red line, and it was about that long. And they were just literally warning, this is my territory. But again, I go in with respect, and this is years ago. So yeah, nothing would have ever happened to me other than what did. But yeah, it was quite I would say a threatening energy that was behind. It was very much so. And it was that one that you just want to get out of the building type energy, which I did.
When you got scratched, did it feel like a cigarette burn?
Yeah, it was very similar to, I wouldn't say as intense, because unfortunately I've been caught, if I've been out in a nightclub or whatever, I've been caught before with a cigarette. I don't smoke, but I have felt how that burns.
Mm-hmm.
But similar, I would say similar to, yeah.
The one time I
burn. Okay, I got that. Because I was in my happy place when you said pulling your top up.
Howard, stop. The one time I think I got scratched because it was like a burn. It was like a cigarette burn, and it just would not go away. But there was no physical sign of it. There was no red. There was no.
That's the thing. All I had was a little bit of, and it wasn't even a dark red. It was just a slight red line, and so there was no cut or anything. But it was that burning. That burning was the big thing.
Could have been, instead of being hot, could have been like extreme cold.
No, it was hot. It was like fire hot.
It was too.
Yeah.
Because I know a lot of people say, "Oh, I got burned," but it's ice actually that actually freeze burn.
No, because when I work, say if I'm doing readings, spirit literally, say this is me here, spirit will come right up behind me, and it feels like I'm in an icy freezer, and that's how cold it gets. But at the front of me, I'm boiling hot. But that was definitely burn.
Yeah.
Not icy.
Yeah, I think
you've never heard that one, David, have you?
We're fixing to go do the tunnels under Denver.
Oh, okay.
Which is the Howard.
Something like that. David over there making kisses.
What's going on there?
What did I do? I didn't do anything.
Howard.
Howard.
Something you'd like to share there?
I'm just in my happy place.
Well, take your happy place to your bathroom, please.
My God, Lord Jesus. What the hell did I walk into?
You know what you walked into, don't you? Know.
You caused some of it.
Yeah, exactly. You do know. You know.
Okay, yeah.
You and Howard, you know. And you two text each other? Yeah, you know.
I got the show on the screen.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Charlotte, the guest of the show. All right. So we talked about a lot of stuff. Y'all did. I saw that. What place in the world would you never go to?
Never go to. Oh,
it's just a real big energy. Where would you never go?
Northeast United States.
No, I'm there quite often. So.
No, I got one. Louisiana, Mississippi, Florida. Yeah, I wouldn't go there.
So, do you mean an actual location or an actual place, as in a city or
location? Yeah.
Okay. I think for me, it would have to be a private. I can't say much about it because it was some private work that I did, and that was pretty grim, like really grim. And it's not somewhere I would want to really go back. It's locally to me, well, not too far, about 2 hours from me. But yeah, that's yeah, it was quite grim. They were physically being harmed and they were being made ill. They were sick because of what was there. So yeah, it was quite, I will just say grim, just put it that way.
Something dark. Yeah, this sounds like.
Yeah. But I think if I had to actually pick a location, I would probably say Fort Holstead here in the UK. A team from the States came over and opened a portal and left it open. And yeah,
that was my team. Yes.
No, it wasn't.
That's not a good thing, Howard.
No, it's not. So yeah, that's not the best place. The actual fort itself is lovely, but well, not lovely, but it's a great place to actually go to. It's down below. That's not good.
Have you ever? Well, go ahead.
Oh, I just had one. I have a question. We talked about this last night with Anne. Being that you're a spiritual medium, have you ever? And this is something I'm starting to research a little bit more about. Have you ever connected with aliens?
With what? Sorry.
Aliens or interdimensional beings?
I can't say I have, if I'm honest. I don't disbelieve in it. It's just not been my. I do know a lady that certainly connects with the fairies, but she's away with them. So, and she's so sweet. She is very, very sweet. But I think I'm not 100% sure on that one. With I don't disbelieve in it, but it's not been my area.
Well, the whole thing is with that. Yes, she connected with me, so yeah. So I guess you have, Charlotte.
What, you're an alien now?
Yeah.
He's something. Yeah. Well, something.
I just want to go, Nanu.
Some of his wardrobe choices, yes, I'd have to say that too. Yeah.
Thank you, Howard. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Ed. Oh my God, Miss
I have done a lot of studying into different, aspects of connection, but yeah, it's not necessarily been my thing.
It's not that you're trying to reach out to them or anything like that. Mm-hmm. It's just maybe one is in the neighborhood, it could have been something because you have UFO sightings constantly.
My mum's actually seen one. So where we used to live in the north of England, there was an area that's quite prolific, has been known to have them all the time. And she was literally stopped at the traffic lights, and it was on a hill. And my mum is the sanest person in the world. She's a good person, but she saw this, and it was literally, she was at the traffic lights, and she said this dark shape appeared in the sky, and it basically just ricocheted like a light ball into the car, and it was bouncing around the car like this. And she literally, she was scared, and she pulled around the corner and stopped, and she's just like, go away, and she was literally, she said she was cowering. And then she said she did her own prayer, and then it stopped. So she has had an experience, and we actually lived in a village where they were seen a lot. I never saw anything myself, but people did.
So you live outside of like a major city? You live in a rural area?
It's more rural than it is city. I'm not far from London, but where I used to live was very rural in the north of England.
Where I'm going with this is cryptics, Bigfoot. Maybe have you ever connected with something like that, a cryptic?
No, it really interests me. It does interest me, the whole thing with Bigfoot, because I think there is something. We have the Loch Ness Monster. up in Scotland. And there's so many tales about that. And you actually see photographic evidence, and it's like, do you believe, do you not? But I always say to people, within what I do, you can't disbelieve anything. You've got to actually, see it for yourself, and then you can have your own. Everyone has their own opinion, but if you haven't seen it for yourself, then you don't really have one, if that makes sense, because you have to experience something. But yeah, I actually am really interested about. I think we talked about this the other day, David, with the Bigfoot and stuff, didn't we? So yeah, I am actually really interested in it. So if anybody wants to show me, I'm happy.
Yeah. Whenever you come over here, we're going to do a Bigfoot hunt. Yep, absolutely.
Okay. So what is your opinion on? I had somebody pose a question the other day on why don't we hear from spirits like back in the day of cavemen, of
we do. I have had them.
Have you?
Mm-hmm.
The theory when I heard about it was a lot of people,
only the ones. It was only the ones though.
Yeah, I was just watching the comments because I don't have an opinion. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But the comments were, maybe you get so long before you go into your next life.
Mm-hmm.
Or, there was lots of opinions on it, but that was the only one that made sense to me. Why somebody hasn't heard from.
Yeah, I mean, I get what you mean, but I could not understand the language that they were actually speaking. It was just so.
And see, Charlotte, that's whenever we go back to Class R EVPs.
Mm-hmm.
Put it in reverse and see what it sounds like.
Well, I didn't have. I wasn't able to do that at the time when it wasn't an investigation or anything. It was just a spirit that came through. But I've picked up on lots of different spirit, and yes, I have picked up on famous spirit. But I think at that time when that happened, I knew what era they were from, and I knew full well. I think it was just that they wanted to be known. And they just couldn't communicate, but then they wouldn't have done, not in that way. So yeah, I think for me, you can't ever really rule anything out.
And how many people would have actually listened to that and not thought, you know what, I'm just hearing things, this isn't even happening, and walked away?
Well, most people probably would just walk away, but I'm not one of those people. I won't walk away.
I would have. At that point, I think I would have, because I haven't been doing this long enough to trust myself.
Yeah.
So I would have been like, I don't even know what this is. I'm putting it in my own head and I'm walking away.
Yeah. Yeah. I think like I say, a lot of people would do. I wasn't there for, excuse me. Howard, this is your fault.
Howard, you need to start talking. Whatever it is, you better start talking.
I'm just listening right now. Listen.
The rest of us have no problem saying what's on our mind.
I don't have a problem saying what's on my mind. That from my shows.
On your shows. But we're not talking about the shows.
Well, I'm heterosexual.
There we go. That might do it.
So, Miss Charlotte.
Yes.
Miss Charlotte, what do you think about astral projection?
Oh, I've talked about this numerous times. So, astral projection, yes, it is a thing. It is a thing, and because when we go to sleep, quite often at night time, most people do astral project because we are in the astral plane when we sleep. Because obviously you've got the REM parts of sleep, you've got all different parts of sleep, and you actually go into the astral plane, and people, I think people, I'm going to say it in my English term, they poo-poo it a little bit, as actually you don't. But I have done it myself, so I know it happens. So I can comment on that because it has happened to me.
So you make a fizzy.
Say again?
You make a fizzy?
Make a what?
A fizzy?
A fizzy?
Yeah.
I don't know what you mean by that.
You said you make poo-poo, right?
Oh. Yeah, poo-poo, it means people talk bad about it, if you will. It's just the way we put it. Or I put it anyway.
Talking about crazy like a skid mark or something.
No, not that. I don't mean it as in going to the toilet.
Oh my God, Howard.
Maybe I should have reworded that a bit differently.
Got into bodily fluids. I mean,
only Howard.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah, I speak my mind. I don't care.
Yeah, no. So people disregard it, you know.
Joanne Stewart has a question. Have you ever picked up on Lady Diana?
I'm so glad somebody's asked that, because I get asked that a lot. And yes, I have. Only once. But also I have picked up, because obviously where I told you I live is right near Windsor Castle, and there's a lot of royals in there and things. I know Diana's not. She's in a different place. And it is said that she is not in the resting place that the public are aware of.
Wow.
Okay, so she is else. She's not. She's nearby. Okay, so everybody thinks
family land or something. That she's not. They just made it like a memorial rather than.
So they basically put her on a little island. So it's said, but I've been shown she's not there. She's in a different place, and I'm not the only one that's been shown that.
Wow.
Now I know, anytime I think of her, which I'm not saying I connected with her, nothing like that, but to me, she was an absolute angel.
She's so loved even now.
Yeah, and I mean she never tried to do anything bad. She might have tried to get out of where she was, and what's wrong with that? If we don't want to be there, we're going to get out.
She was deeply unhappy.
Yeah, and to me, what happened to her was not an accident. And
no, a lot of people. Obviously, you have to be careful what you put view across wise, but a lot of people think the same.
Right. But I think she was just a wonderful person that her life ended way, way too soon.
I actually picked up on her. I was at the Windsor Horse Show because they do it every year, and the Queen attends it, the royals attend it, and I was actually stood right near one of the particular royals, and it was then when I connected to her. So I was nearby to one of, obviously, her married into relatives. So it's interesting how it just sometimes just comes wherever you are.
Jeremy, that little ball you're talking about is my Echo Dot.
Yeah, that's what you call it.
Well, I don't call it anything else. Anything else would be in the 50 Shades of Black on the other end of the house.
God, Lord Jesus.
She's going to Detroit. She's going to make a movie.
I ordered from Chrissy, right?
She Federer expressed that shit to you.
You better hurry up, because I'm taking a plane out in the morning, so you better hurry.
I am going to have to love you and leave you shortly, because I've got to be up for the school run in the morning, and it is morning now, so.
Yeah, it's 8:40. Yeah.
Charlotte,
thank you very much, Charlotte, for coming on.
And everything.
Don't forget to watch your podcast. Where you're broadcasting from?
Yeah, of course. Well, it's Haunted Network. It's the Spirit. I nearly said it wrong then. Spirit Whisperers Live. And I also, obviously, I have my paranormal team, and I put the stuff on there as well, which is Paranormal South Coast UK. And also, you can see stuff on my mediumship page, which is Special Medium UK on Facebook. So basically contact me on Facebook.
Charlotte, thank you for everything. You were awesome.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me. See, Howard, you got me on here eventually, didn't you?
Next week,
how many years it was?
Next week it's a lot more professional.
Okay.
It's not like and David, no.
I love you, Howard. Damn it.
I love you too, brother. You know I do.
Miss Hart, you were amazing.
People talk bad about you all the time, and I say David's a good man.
Get some rest, Charlotte.
Thank you very much, my love. Thank you. Thanks, guys. I'll see you later.
Thank you very much, Charlotte.
Bye.
Yeah.
Howard, you did good. I really liked her.
We're still live.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are.
This is what we do.
We have no problems doing whatever. If we get banned, okay. We did something right.
Dude, Jesus Christ.
Jeremy, we're on the after show. I dare you. We'll embarrass you.
Oh my God. All right, ask a question. No, don't believe me.
Okay, we still got 15 minutes, so let's talk about manscaping.
Talk about what?
Manscaping.
Yeah.
Okay. Does it make you
Miss Hart's like, yeah, I'll manscape.
No. Does it make your dick look bigger?
Dude, it's the same damn thing.
Is that why you do it?
No, I don't. What?
I was talking to Howard. He wanted to bring it up. Does it make your dick look bigger?
No, my shit looks like a 70s show.
So you got a little bit. Okay, gotcha.
Totally out of rate. And never mind. I'm not getting into this. Look, I gotta go to bed. I love y'all. I gotta go to bed. Oh my God. What the hell?
I put Jerry curl in that shit.
Stop. We know too much. We know too much. We know your balls stick to the chair because you ain't wearing underwear. We know your hemorrhoids are stuck to the chair.
I got underwear on now. I got underwear.
You got a rug under there. What the fuck is going on with you?
There's a lot of things. It's pressure.
He said a lot of things.
Pick one. Just pick one.
Oh, what? There's so many to choose.
Oh my God. Your balls stick to the chair.
Yes.
It doesn't matter. It's all right, but it's getting up. That's the bad part.
Dude, I'm so thinking about the rubber band effect. Whenever a rubber band is stuck on something, you get up and it pulls it down and tosses it.
It looks like a satin bubble gum.
Oh my Lord. Oh my Lord.
Poor Jackie. What the hell? Go manscape that shit. Make it look good so Jackie will want it. Shit.
Why? You go in the tub and let them float to the top. Pushing down with the woof.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
You want us women to look good half the time. Let's make a little effort here, Howard.
You forgot I was married to a Bigfoot. Okay. So
I was too. Welcome.
Bam.
That's not your life now. She doesn't need to suffer for what you married before.
She knows I got brain damage.
Well, we know your brain damage. She knew that when she got with you.
PTSD from my second marriage. That's it.
Lord, Howard, go fix yourself and go talk to her.
Oh, do that. Josh was just do a trim. Where I go to the barber?
Anything would be better than the shit you got going on.
The whole thing about manscaping is just my opinion, dude. I hate it. I hate the hair, hate the sweat, and all that. It doesn't matter about making it look bigger. I promise you, I ain't gonna worry about that. It's just, it's nasty. Nasty.
It is nasty.
It is.
And when women go to touch that shit, they don't want your hair longer than your dick. I promise you.
I'm trying to get dreadlocks going on. I mean, that's me personally. That's my thing.
Oh my God. It's hard. What the hell? Oh my God, you were so totally raw with that shit. What the hell? Jesus.
Oh, this is like unholy trinity.
Very. Right.
Look, crazy dreadlocks. See, that's what I'm talking about. People love that shit.
No.
Who does?
You go bald. Go bald. Everything's clean. Here, down there. Yeah.
Yeah, you know that shit down there ain't about to smell good. And that hair is going to make it keep smelling worse.
I give up. I fucking give up with you, Miss Hart. I give up.
Howard, scissors, trimmers, razor, whatever it takes. Go
trimmer.
Gotta get hedge clippers.
Dude, really, just get a trimmer. I shave my hair with it every day. Get a trimmer.
Yeah.
We got these nuts in the house.
Shit. Jeremy, I love you, but you're coming on the wrong thing, bud.
Nah, that's okay. It's always the long one.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh Lord of mercy.
Okay. All right, let's do this. Jeremy, trim or shave?
Shave.
Good job.
Thank you. I mean, you got to, dude. I mean, it's
cold up there. We all like, y'all need as much thickness as you can get.
Howard, some men have enough that they don't need to keep it warm.
Mine looks like a little bird in this little bush, and he's chirped every once in a while.
It doesn't need to be wrapped up in hair to stay warm. It doesn't need a sweater. It's okay.
It looks like a dying pigeon getting a heart attack.
It's like a pipe. During a cold winter, it's like a pipe. You have a pipe there, you gotta have it insulated.
You gotta have it insulated. You have to have that thing insulated.
No. We are so gonna get banned.
You don't have to have it insulated, dude. No, hell no.
Oh, she got that stuff too.
Really don't.
She got that cookie cream.
I mean, really, shave it, make it look like it just like newborn baby. I mean,
hey, look, I'm going retro, man.
It's a piece of art, Howard. No, it's a piece of art. It's not 1970s where everybody just hangs that shit out there.
I give that shit a mohawk.
It's not a piece of art.
We'll just get this up.
It's Miss Hart. It's not a piece of art. It looks like shit.
Well, I'm gonna bring in an expert on this.
What side you're on?
I'm bringing in an expert.
Oh, Lord.
Hey, everybody.
Yeah, we're talking about Manscaped. So you just straight walked up into it.
Oh, no,
she got coochie cream. She can get that. It's no problem.
Damn right. I have a men and a women's line that I sell. You get no razor burn, no nothing.
You can put that shit on both heads, David.
That's right. It's not just for that area. It's all over.
That's called nair, and that shit hurts.
Oh no, I never nair. No,
that's burn. That's burn.
Never.
That shit's gross.
It is, and it stinks to high heaven.
It's bad for your skin. Shit.
What the fuck?
David, you chose this. David, you knew.
David, you asked to come on, sir.
I didn't know it was going to be like this.
You do know.
You're not new. You're not new. Don't.
I know I'm not new. Damn it. Listen, Queen. Listen, Queen. Listen, Queen.
Listen. We're going to need you to get your shit together.
That's
Miss
right.
Miss Hart, hush.
Oh, that does not happen.
She can't.
That does not happen.
You just told Adrian to hush. Oh man, I'll have to step back now.
Look, Miss Hart's over there, swinging her. Oh my god,
it's called menopause.
She's having a hot flash.
you need to go to the hospital and get that shit checked.
Oh my God!
Oh no, my shit's good. My shit's good. We have no issues there.
Oh my God!
She's got gummy bears to take care of all that.
Right?
There you go. There you go.
Which might be about time.
Yeah.
What?
Oh my
What?
Oh my Lord, I don't want to see that putting them bears in that cage.
No, she said that Zach wouldn't play in the cave with the gummy bears.
You're too young to be seeing that kind of stuff.
Oh Lord Jesus. What the hell did I want?
Where's that? That's the wrong hole.
It's called THC.
Oh my God.
That's the wrong hole. No.
The little bear goes into the cave.
Not tonight, it doesn't. I got a flight in the morning.
Listen.
Why the hell am I friends with y'all?
Listen.
I don't know.
How many gummies are you going to eat before your flight? That's the question.
What?
You ain't got enough.
Stop. How many gummies are you going to eat before your flight?
One.
One?
One box.
Eat 3.
Place is one.
I mean, you might need more than one.
That none I might, but not during the flight.
She's going to Detroit. She's going to Detroit.
I know she is.
What? You're going to Michigan?
Yeah. We're
She's going to do a movie. Let's go this way. A movie.
No. It's a 10-minute slot in a series. That's all it is.
10 minutes?
2-hour interview that comes to 10 minutes. That's it. That's all it is.
That's interesting because I am actually this coming up month. I'm flying to Michigan.
You're doing what?
This month I'm going to Michigan. Detroit.
I wonder if it's for the same thing.
Nope, it's not.
Okay.
Yeah, totally different.
Okay. Because I thought they were going to film this series like in one weekend for the whole season.
Right, yeah.
He's going for his meat on a stick. You ain't never going to live that down, David. I mean, seriously.
Listen.
I love that. Sounds for getting some deep dish. That's where you both.
Joshua, I don't know about all that because originally it was meant for New York and it got changed to Detroit. Like it's on the other side of Lake Erie there.
Oh, okay.
Either way, it's cold. Either way, I have to go by myself. And this is not cool. Running out of Denver airport. Denver scares me worse than Michigan does.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things I have to do by myself, and I'm not used to doing it by myself.
Is it the same casting call I put out or different?
I don't think it's the one you put out. This is for haunted hospitals.
Yeah, that's the one I put out.
Okay.
Tobin.
Well, Adrian, definitely let me know when you land.
I will. I don't understand this, but it's a 3.5-hour flight there with no layovers, but it's only a 2-hour flight back. I'm not understanding this. I don't get it, but
Time change.
Yeah.
Miss Hart, you will love the producers there. I swear to God, you will love them. Haunted Hospital is season 4. You will love it.
The people have been amazing. Every one of them, from the one that contacted me all the way to the one I'm supposed to talk to when I get there.
Yep.
Have been just absolutely amazing. Gave me phone numbers, gave me everything. Said if you need something, please call, which I won't. But I won't bother them like that.
They'll take care of you whenever you fly in there. They get you a ride, and whenever they ride to the hotel, and whenever you're at the hotel, then they'll
They take care of the people. These movies and shows, they do take care of the people.
What was really great was they sent, go ahead and take a couple of outfits.
1 second. I'm at to cut off now because we got Empress J coming on next.
Awesome.
So thanks for everybody for watching the show tonight. We'll see y'all next week. And next week we'll have Jenny Sullivan. She's coming on next.
Oh, she's awesome.
I hate that woman. I hate her.
Stop it.
Damn you what?
I love my Jenny. She is my heart. I love my Jenny.
I know. She's
amazing. With that being said, we'd like everybody have a good night, and don't forget to watch tomorrow night on Unholy Trinity. We'll be discussing the stuff that we were supposed to discuss last week. So we'll see y'all.